Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Room Run Makeup, and in today's video I'm going to do my makeup to go to work while we discuss about the importance of communication and self-worth. So I am doing this video because I thought I should bring out my experiences from Canada and my learnings as a 26-year-old girly. So maybe my videos will help women out there and people out there. I'm not gender biased, but will help anyone out there. So I'm going to start a YouTube series where I will explain my learnings in every video that will bring all of my life experiences and everything. So hopefully you will like these series of mine, and I will do makeup with that so you can learn how to do makeup while we discuss important topics of life. Okay, so I'm going to start with my skincare first and start with the communication part. Okay, so we're gonna start with some toner while I'll tell you that importance of communication. So as a 26-year-old, I have learned by the time that communication is really important. Doesn't matter in what field. Doesn't matter if it's about your life, doesn't matter if it's about relationship, doesn't matter it's your workplace, let be anywhere. Communication is the key. Now, I have seen that many people come up with this question that why we are not succeeding at our job, why we are not exceeding in our business. They have the drive, they want to do it, but they do not know what the issue is. Since I have worked in the project management, business development, and owned a business myself in Canada, I was able to grow pretty fast. And what I learned from there, that communication was the top tier issue many businesses have. And when I did consulting too, I realized that even as an individual, a person is scared to do something because they're not confident, and once they're not confident, they are not able to do the right communication. So now communication is a pretty deep topic where we don't think so. It's a pretty deep topic, but it is. Now let me tell you one thing. Let's say, for example, you go somewhere into a party and somewhere, right? And you go and just stand there on one side and do nothing. Like, you're not happy, you're not doing anything, you eat and go. No one will notice you. No one will even see that this person exists. But once you actually go in there and then you talk to people, you make your presence, you sound happy, you sound delighted, you make connections, you grow, people know you. Now you see, that's communication plus confidence. Now, I'm going to go in detail that how I improved myself as a person who was crazy introvert and who never had the audacity to go and talk to people. So when I was like 10 to 12 years old, I was crazy introvert. Like, whenever I'm in a group, I would not go and talk to people. I would not go and approach people. I would not say anything. And if my mom is scolding me for something, I would not even explain myself and take stand for myself. Even I wouldn't take stand for my bullies. I never said anything until one day my mom got really frustrated and she came up with the plan that I'm going to teach this girl how to stand up for herself. I would say my mom plays a major role in my character development. So what she would do, she would take me outside, she would like take me to gatherings, she would make me talk to people, and my introvert ass never did it. I would just stand there and stare at people's faces like I don't belong here, and I would run. But then by the time since I grew, I realized that I'm an situational extrovert introvert. Like, I've learned that if people are vibing with me, I will vibe. If people are not talking to me, I will not talk. But that was wrong. Why? Because I feel like one should learn how to make their presence no matter how the other person is. If they're vibing, great. If they're not, great. You should know how to start a conversation, and you should know how to bring out conversation from other people. This is a really good skill when it comes to entrepreneurship. And what I usually did, I would start small. This is my makeup palette. I would start small. I would just go and talk to my group only, talk to them, see, vibe with them and everything. And then I learned to actually do this in larger groups. Now, one of my biggest fear was public speaking and stage fear. So whenever in my school, my teachers used to send me to somewhere like where I had to speak or give, news headlines on a stage where all of the school is watching, my legs would tremble. But then what I would do, I would always hold the, like, let's say this is mic, I will always hold the mic like this, and then I would talk. Many people ask me like, Rachita, why do you hold your mic like this? But then I explained to them, since when I'm standing on my own and I don't have support, my legs tremble, my hands tremble, and I get sweaty. But once I'm holding on to the mic, this gives me some stability. This gives my body stability, and I am able to talk with confidence. So I learned by that what works for me, and you can see what works for you. But now I'm at the stage where I don't even need to hold on mic or anything. I just go and talk. Now, communication, why I'm saying that this is important. So in all these life aspects, when you grow up, when you go to your college, when you go to your school, when you go to job, like if you cannot even stand up for yourself, you're gonna lose. Like people who are extrovert get more chances than people who are introvert. Let's say there are two people. This is extrovert, this is introvert. This has less knowledge than this. But this extrovert will get more opportunities because they know how to communicate and sell themselves. But this guy will not get the same opportunity as this because they don't know how to explain and express themselves. Because whatever you say sells. Now, why I said that why I related the topic communication and self-worth, because if you don't know what self-worth is, you're not going to be confident. I'm telling you, I was not confident in myself, but my mom is my biggest supporter. She always was my, backbone. She would always tell me, girl, you can do it. I'm proud of you. Though I was failing in everything and she would know that I suck, but she would always say that she's proud of me. And then that actually pushed me to do something better. I would say my mom played a major role. But also when I was in Canada, I was alone. There were some things I couldn't share with my mom because she was like, in India, and I was in Canada. And, when there shit happens with you, you didn't want to share it with your mom or somewhere because I knew that she's going to overthink things. So at that moment, I would actually take a diary. I would actually take the notes of what my problems are and how I can overcome them. Now, as I said in my last conversation that I was a selective introvert extrovert, that's wrong. Because as I said, you should know how to go and communicate and talk people out. If you do not know that, if you're selective, you're gonna miss the good opportunities too, because there are people who are introvert who are also waiting for you to initiate the conversation. And once you initiate the conversation, you don't know what you're getting out of there. So now here are some tips you can use to initiate the conversations. Number one, always look confident. Like for me, if I do makeup, if I dress good, my hairs look good, I'm confident, I'm extrovert, I talk to people. Now this applies to me and some people out there, some of my friends. But if you're a person, if you feel confident while you dress up, do that. If you feel confident once you have makeup on, do that. If you feel confident in yourself, amazing. Embrace your natural self. If you feel like that when I wear good shoes, I feel confident, then get the good shoes. So I'm like, confidence can come from anywhere. If good shoes give you confidence, get the good shoes. If makeup gives you confidence, do the makeup. Do it. And what I've realized, whenever I don't get ready, when I'm not feeling myself, I'm not confident and cannot initiate conversations. Now that's where I say that self-worth comes, because then once I'm ready, I'm beautiful, I feel happy, I feel the self-worth. You know what I mean? So first thing, the first brainstorming, the first strategy for a good communication is realize your self-worth, realize who you are. So the best thing what you can do is take a diary, write 10 things that are really good about you, you like about yourself, and 10 things that you dislike about yourself. Though they do not have to be just 10, you can add more to it, but write things you like and things you do not, and then just do observation on it. Just look at the things you do not like. Like for me, when I was at that stage, now I like everything about myself. I'm not I'm sorry. But if you don't like anything about yourself, write that. For example, you say, I don't like how I talk. I don't like how I'm impulsive. So write that and see how you can work on it, because once you write it, you can actually see your behaviors. I was impulsive. I was like very much, if someone said me something, I would like talk them back right away. So I learned that I have to wait and I have to observe first. So whenever I would talk to someone, I would keep my thoughts in track. And that's how I made a habit out of it. So you can first do that. Write 10 things you like, 10 things you dislike. You will see character development right there after that list. You can come back and write down in comments that if it has changed your life or not. So that's what I did. And after that, once I looked the 10 things I hate, I started improving them, bringing them into my habit, noticing when I'm snapping, noticing when I'm taking impulsive decisions, noticing when I'm not taking stand for myself, noticing when I don't know how to say no, when I should say no. Like, you have to challenge this thing right here. You need to challenge this. So I started with that. Now, once you have completed with the list of yours, then comes the another phase, and you have implemented on yourself and you feel like now you're doing great, then you'll see, okay, I'm better. You will know, after that list, you will know your self-worth, you will know your weak points, you will know what's wrong with you, and then you can work on yourself accordingly. Now, analyzing self-worth. I've seen that people sometimes get very negative. They're always like, I cannot do this, I cannot do this. The best thing is write affirmations. See, what my quote is, I don't judge anyone. For me, everyone is gifted with something they can do better than other people. Like, if you would say that this guy is dumb, I would never say them dumb. No, I would never. Why? Because I know that this guy, God has made him, gave him something that he's good at or she is good at. So I never judge human. I've learned that in my life. Never, never, ever judge anyone, because they have their own gifts. They have their own blessings. And never, never, ever tell someone to be your way, because there are some people, I know some people like to know what they want to do, but for individuals who are like me, who are extrovert, just tell them what you want and let them do the magic. So what I've learned, I've started understanding people and their psychology. Like, whenever I'm out there, I will talk to people, I will see how they are, I will ask them about their preferences, and I would repeat my questions if I have any. And then I would see, okay, this is the thing, this is what they are, this is the person, this is the type of person he or she is, and then I work accordingly with them. So now I will explain the human psychology in the next video, where you can get an idea of other person, that how they are just by conversations. But again, I'm going to tell you one thing. The thing which is important is, which is very clear, is communication. And good communication comes with self-worth. Self-worth brings you confidence. Now see how they're interlinked. Self-worth, confidence, communication. For good communication, yes. If you're communicating in another language, first, for example, if you're a native Hindi speaker like me, and you want to communicate in English, then yes, you need good command on English. Or if you're talking in Spanish, French, you need good command on that. And if you're talking in your native language, great, boom, you're doing great. But the thing which is behind the table is self-worth, confidence, communication. And for me, I am a good communicator. I've also worked on my language too. Since I've lived in Canada, I've worked on my English too. So that helped me as well. Let me do my lip and then I'll talk back. Oh my god, my lip pencil sucks so much. Like, it always breaks. Whenever I try to do my lips, this shit breaks. See, look at that, look at that. I'm not gonna worry about this at this point. Let's sharpen it again. I love doing brown lips on like blacks, and when I want to do nude lip, I love overlining my lips with brown. Okay, so there's this one thing also, and even in relationships, communication is important. I know many people say, how would I know you wanted this? I wouldn't have dreamt it for you. So yes, communication is important in relationships too. When you're in a relationship, you need to communicate your needs well, but I know there are some people who take advantage of it, who are like, I had no clue, what do you want? Yeah, you should have clue. So I think that's important too. And in relationships, you need to understand your worth. Again, the same table follows in relationship too. Self-worth, confidence, communication. If you don't, girls, especially girls, if you don't know your self-worth in a relationship, you're doomed. I'm telling you, you're doomed. Because without realizing your self-worth, you're not going to do good communication. You're going to be overthinking and everything. Girl, know your self-worth. If you need to walk off, walk it off. If you think like that person is not up to par to your standards, let him go. Never compromise. The more you compromise, the more you're lowering your standards, the more you're losing your confidence. Even like, the great part is when you are standing with a good partner, when you're standing with someone who is compatible, who's according to your expectations, you feel the confidence then as well, because you don't want to stand with a person who is not financially stable, who doesn't know how to behave, who doesn't know how to dress up. If you're a girly who loves dress up, who goes above and beyond, needs a strong partner, then get the one. Don't get someone who is not up to your expectations, because then again, you're not going to feel confident and you're going to lose in life. So that's why self-worth is the major game in communication and confidence. I have realized that you need good person and partner as well to actually grow in life. Same goes to the men. If you get a woman, like if you need a woman who's simple, who just stays at home, does her work great, according to your expectations, great, as far as you feel worthy. And if you feel a woman should be confident in everything, then you should match her standards. She should match your standards. Because if your partner is not according to your standards, I'm telling you, you're doomed. You're not going to feel confident. You're going to feel shit all the time. You're not going to have good communication. You cannot share your heart out. You're going to have issues. Your relationship won't go good. So again, keep in mind, self-worth is important. Let me put mascara on, because I cannot talk while I put my mascara unless I'm going to mess up. See how changed mascara. Like look at this side, look at that. I look more awake on this side. Like look at this, look at this. I like this side too. Like I don't mind it. I like doing this because I don't know, this just gives this volume, my mascara volume. And I'm a huge mascara girly. better. Yeah. I guess I have mascara blindness, because I'm not ever happy with the amount of mascara is on my lashes. Great. I like it. This is coming together, so yes. Again, as I said, in relationships, you need to realize your self-worth, especially for women, because women lose it a lot. I don't like blending my lip liner and light lipstick, because then what's the use of lip liner if you're going to blend it anyways? Cool. I'm liking it already. Now I feel like my blush is less. I have blush blindness, so shut up before you judge me, guys. Don't judge me. Where's my another one? Okay. So let's put some blush on. Let's blend it. Blush added some depth to your face and some color, so I love blush. Yeah, you cannot say I have blush blindness. Let's blend it more. And better. Now whatever we are gonna do, I'm gonna just set my makeup off with a setting spray. Yeah, before I do that, okay, girls, remember, in every aspect, understand your self-worth. Now I'm gonna give you assignment before I go to bring my next video on psychology of people, how to read people and how to act accordingly. My next video is going to be on that, but till then, take a diary, make notes of 10 things you like, 10 things you dislike, work on the things you dislike, understand your self-worth. You are important. You came into this world to do something better. You're not less worthy. You are important. You know what you want. All you need is just some confidence. And I know, I trust in you that you can do it. Okay? Okay, better. I'm gonna let it dry and I'll be back. Hi guys, now this is my final look. This is my makeup, these are my hairs, and we are ready and good to go. And I'll see you in the next video about the psychology of people so you can learn them and work accordingly. Never lose your confidence and self-worth. I got you. Bye.